What's up, Internet? It's Dumbass Panicos Gaming, and we're working on some more Galarian Farfetch'd. So, yeah. Streaming has not been consistent recently, and once again, going back to the broken record that I mentioned probably on my last stream, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the people that are running my job right now. My, actual job. Because every single week it's just being bullshit. So, that will be getting resolved. Because I've pretty much decided, I'm telling them either you're going to fix that shit or I'm going to find a new job. Because I'm not going to keep doing this shit with them. Where pretty much twice a week I end up staying there 4 hours later than I'm supposed to. Because other people can't do their damn job. But that's why the streaming has been so inconsistent. Because it's just been ridiculous. But hopefully today, I'm starting very early. Man, I didn't work at all today. I had the day off, so hopefully we should be able to get this Galarian Farfetch'd today. Get us kind of back on track with these shiny hunts. And then, yeah, we'll just see what happens. I will say, this week is going to be turbo fucked up no matter what. It's kind of too late for me to change that, and I will at least give them credit. It was scheduled this way. Not last second, oh, by the way type shit. So I'm probably not streaming. Well, I'm definitely not streaming Friday or Saturday. I'm going to see if I can stream on tomorrow and, so Thursday and Sunday. Usually I don't stream on Thursday. Also, Thursday is the one day that's not messed up this week. But, it's my normal schedule, but I don't know. We'll see. I have to talk to them about it tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. But being that I'm basically not going to be able to stream on the weekend, because, thanks guys. This weekend anyways. The week after it's going to go back to normal. And that's not a, well, unless something happens, it's going back to normal, or I'm looking for new employment. Because there's more to it than just the scheduling shit, but yeah, it's been a little absurd. So I did, finally, you might be able to kind of tell, I ended up getting new headphones, which was something that I hadn't planned on doing, but the microphone cable had died on the old ones, which was fine because they were supposed to be wireless headphones anyways, so I just needed a different aux cable, or whatever you want to call it, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Anyways, so that was fine because I replaced that. But then Monday, I think it was. Yeah, it was Monday. I noticed that the ear part of it was actually splitting apart, and I just went, okay, well, I'm not gonna it probably would have been fine for, maybe another month or something, but I just said, fuck it, I'm not going to deal with that. I'm just going to replace it right now. So, finally went out, got some new Kingston HyperX Cloud 2s. I really wish they would make the white ones like they used to with the original HyperX Clouds, but, it is what it is. It's actually a lot of stuff that I'm a little disappointed with these about. The actual, the headphone cable is super short, and it has a USB sound card thing, they call it, that you plug it into, and that's where you get most of the length out of it, but it's too short regardless. I think it's a 1 meter cable, and so I was tugging on it every time I would move, which was really annoying. But then with the sound card thing, that's a 2 meter cable by itself. And so now I have way too much cabling. And then, so the original Clouds, because I had the original HyperX Clouds way back when those came out, and those were fantastic. That's why I went with these again, because I loved those things so much. I've hopped around a little bit with some other stuff. Like I've had a couple of Razer headsets since then and stuff like that. But nothing is compared to those things. Just in overall, just like how nice they are to wear and, you know, the sound quality, stuff like that. But yeah, so I picked these up, and so the original HyperX Clouds and these, they have a removable microphone. So I think, yeah, I can feel the hole for it right there. So it just, you know, it just plugs into there, but if you don't need it, you can just remove it entirely, which is awesome. Except the original Clouds came with a plug to put into that spot when you aren't using it. So, you know, you don't get crap into it. For whatever reason, Kingston decided, or HyperX, I don't know, I think they've split off into their own company, but it's also still owned by Kingston, so it's the same shit. For whatever reason, they decided to not do that anymore. I don't know if maybe somehow mine just was missing from the box or something, but very bizarre they did that. But whatever. It is what it is. And also, I mean, it's probably not really going to get much shit into it. Plus, I'm never really going to use it, so, like, it's not really a big deal. But it's just one of those things where it's like, man, these should be better than the previous headphones that I had, not, or the previous HyperX headphones that I had, not worse than them. I don't know. But other than those complaints, I've loved them so far. Also, I do really appreciate, even if I don't use them, I appreciate that they come with a set of cloth ear cups instead of the, like, fake leather ones. Yeah, even though the old headphones worked, but being that they were wireless headphones, they had, like, the, you know, they had batteries in them, so they were kind of heavy. So just wearing these is so much nicer than those. And those do still work. I mean, again, the ear cups are fucked. Well, one of them is anyways, which I should have guessed was going to happen because the outer layer on them was starting to flake out, actually. Like, literally, it was flaking apart. But I hadn't worried about it because it's like, eh, whatever. And, like, you couldn't really even tell because it was all black anyways. But yeah, I don't know. I went to put them on. I think it was Monday, and the ear cup was kind of split open at the bottom. I was like, okay. Guess these can go into storage for now. But yeah, other than the I think the Kingston, the HyperX Clouds were like the first good headset that I bought, which was a very good choice. Maybe that's why I'm a little bit biased towards them, because I hadn't had other ones before. But the I was using those also for when I was like walking to school and stuff, and so I would shove them in my pocket, including the headphone jack, and so that caused that headphone jack to get really messed up. I don't think it's really HyperX's fault on that, especially because that's not really the intended use case. So eventually that died and they stopped working, which sucked. And then after that, I forget what I got after that. I actually don't remember what I was using after that. I think I went back to using some like crap old headphones that I still had. Which I'm not 100% sure why I did that. Eventually I did end up buying, I believe it was the Razer Krakens. The like really kind of the top end ones that had the RGB and stuff, because I bought a Razer mouse, a Razer keyboard, and the headphones at the same time. So like it made sense to buy everything in the same ecosystem, right? Especially because I wanted to use the RGB. And those were fine, I guess. They weren't particularly well built, honestly, in my experience, and also they just weren't as good. I don't know, like the sound wasn't as good. They were a lot more expensive, I want to say. Stuff like that. Because I think they were the first ones of the set to, those 3 parts that I bought at the same time. They were the first ones to die. The mouse, I don't think the mouse really died, but like one of the rubber pads on the side of it eventually just fell off. Actually, I'm trying to remember. I think also part of it with that mouse, besides that like rubber part starting to fall off, was also, that was when I bought the, I think it was, it had 12 buttons on the side of it. It was supposed to be like an MMO mouse. And I never really enjoyed using that. If I ever do replace this mouse, I might look into, something with like some more side buttons. This one has 2 side buttons, which is okay, I guess. But I've never bothered to rebind them, because I think they're automatically bound to back and forward in the browser, and whatever like the equivalent for that is. So, I don't know. I do really like the form of this mouse. I don't need those side buttons. Or if I'm gonna have side buttons, I would like to have more than 2 as well. Also, another thing is that I've noticed a lot of times it's very easy. This is the Logitech G703. I do really like it. But I've noticed it's very easy to hit the DPI switch button, which is really annoying, because you'll be like using your mouse and then all of a sudden it'll be moving really slow. Because I generally use like one of the highest settings, and so it doesn't take much to switch it and have it roll back over to the slowest setting. I don't know how the hell you would ever use that setting. That setting is so slow. Because like you would have to pick up your hand like 5 or 6 times to move the mouse across the screen. And that would be like with a normal amount of space to do that as well. Unlike my current setup, which is a little limited. But yeah, if I ever do replace that mouse, which I mean, I'm sure I will at some point, I might try and look for something that has some more side buttons, but not like the full 12. I think I mentioned it before. I really like the idea of, there's like an old Razer mouse that was specifically for MOBAs, or specifically for League of Legends, honestly. And so it had 6 side buttons for items, basically. This was before they added like the trinkets, or whatever the item is that like automatically takes up your first slot in League. But that would be perfect, because the big thing is with all those buttons, I just like, it's very hard to find the right button without like either sitting there for a second like feeling it like, oh, which one is it, or like directly looking at it. And at that point, you know, it doesn't really have any, it's not very useful if I have to do that. But if it's a smaller number of keys, and the keys can be larger, or buttons, or whatever you want to call them, that could work pretty well. Because I would like it for like video editing and stuff. Just because it's nice to have quick shortcuts for like rimming off the the rest of a clip or the beginning of a clip or something like that. But yeah, then the keyboard actually, I think still would work just fine. I think I have it in storage. The problem is the like kickstands on the bottom of it got broken off at some point. And so it's a, I believe it's blue switches, not MX blue or cherry blue, because it's Razer, and this is after the patent expired. But it's whatever their equivalent of the MX blues is, which is that's the mechanical keys that are tactile and clicky, which means you feel it when the key is actually activated, and you also can hear it very clearly, and it is a little annoying to other people, to say the least. I think it's brown switches are the ones that are they're tactile, but they don't make a loud click. I might look into getting those next time I get a keyboard, because the current one I have it's an HP keyboard that came with a system that my parents had bought at some point, and so it's probably like 15 years old at this point. So, you know, I mean, it works fine, honestly. It works perfectly fine. It's just I would rather have something that's, you know, mechanical. But that's like such a low down the priority list thing right now. Granted, so was headphones, and then I basically had to make a snap decision on that. Also, I ended up buying a new Xbox controller as well, just for when I do play PC games. Mostly not on stream, obviously, but yeah, the old one has like a big old crack in it, and yeah, I mean, it's just old, honestly. The big thing was the crack in it, and I don't know. I just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna go buy a new one, because they were there. I kind of wanted to do design labs, but I know that's going to be expensive, and since it was kind of an impulse purchase, kind of like the the chair is. Whoops. No, it's also, I'm probably going to end up regretting this, but it's the same color scheme as the chair as well. It's the white and black, which is probably a problem because it's going to get gross pretty fast. Same with like the chair. I've already noticed that the arm pieces are like the white part on the armrest is already kind of noticeably darker. At least where my arms touch, but oh well. But yeah, like I was debating whether or not I wanted to get the blue one or the white one. Because they also had a red one, but I didn't have any interest in that. That's like a little bit too much for me. But yeah, I really do like the new Xbox controller for the series consoles. It's very similar to the previous one, the Xbox One controller, but I mean, the Xbox One controller is already pretty damn good, honestly. So it's not like they had much to change. But I do like they added a little bit of like texture to the triggers, so that way it's not like just smooth. And yeah, I like the D-pad. Everything else is pretty much the same on them, to be honest. But also I just like that it's, you know, it's new, and it isn't like, I don't know. It's just, you know, all the buttons feel a little bit more crisp, I guess. Just because, you know, they haven't been used a whole bunch. But hopefully, for the time being, that's going to be like the last of my purchases for anything to do with my computer or streaming. And hopefully we can get this Galarian Farfetch'd today, because it would be nice to like knock this out, and then I won't feel as bad if I can't stream it all over the weekend. But definitely not. So yeah, definitely won't be streaming Friday or Saturday or Monday, most likely. I don't know what my schedule is for Monday yet, but assuming, because that's like the one day that seems to stay consistent, and it's always bullshit. It always is a shitty shift, so that's probably not then. And then yeah, we'll see about Thursday and Sunday. Because basically I'm having to cover someone else closing the store all fucking week. So instead of working until like, 7 or 8 p.m., I'm working till 11 p.m. No, longer than that, like 12 p.m. So, kind of an issue. But I'm going to see if I can just convince them to let me dip out a little bit earlier on a Thursday and Sunday. Because those are the days when it would only be till 9 anyways. And it's really not... It's not critical that we all be there. It helps a little bit, but also, like... It isn't normally my shift, so I don't know. We'll see. But if I can, hopefully I can get another shiny on one of those days. I guess my next one would be... I'd be working on coughing and wheezing, right? So hopefully we can get that as well this week. Because I've definitely fallen behind. Being that I've only streamed, I think it's only been like 4 or 5 times this month that I've streamed. Which is really bad when it's the 20th. But it's been kind of out of my hands. Admittedly, yesterday I have no excuse for not streaming. I was just, I just didn't want to, because everything about the work stuff has been very frustrating. So I kind of just said, fuck it, I'm not going to do anything today. I do still need to actually go and clean up some of the stream asset stuff, like the info boxes that pop up, because even with the schedule fixed, I'm definitely not streaming 5 times a week. That was kind of ambitious, and it's never really happened. So it's like, well, Yeah, change that to 4, because that should be my goal. My goal should be 4 times a week. Because it should be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then either Tuesday or Wednesday. Usually not both. In fact, almost never both. Also, I still haven't, even though I already know that it hasn't been, I haven't checked since the last stream if a Pokedex tracker is updated. One day I'll go through and do that. Or by do that, I mean like go and swap over to the other website for it. I don't know. If I get this, like, really early tonight, maybe I'll mess with that stuff. I also really need to get back into using Pokemon Home on the phone. Because I haven't touched Pokemon Go since over a month ago, honestly. And just when I stopped playing that every day, I stopped using Home as well. But I really do need to remember to be hopping into that to do my trades and stuff. Even if it's not very likely at all that I'll get a shiny out of it, like, I should still be doing it. something I might do is next time I use it, I'll just go through and clean out all the stuff that's in like my trading boxes that just isn't worth trading. Stuff with just like bad stats. Because like all of my like bred Pokemon that have bad stats, I don't bother to trade. If they're like 5 IV, then I'll want to trade them. But if it's stuff that I've had traded to me, for whatever reason, I've just been weird about not wanting to release those. But like, there's no point. I can just release them. It's fine. I guarantee a lot of stuff that I have traded has been released, so... This microphone arm is still, like, super stiff. Though I also noticed that, the base of it, where it connects to the, like, the table, or the desk, is, like, not... It's, like, super loose in that, connection. So, like, if I do this... I guess I want to be kind of careful in doing that, but, like, it'll move back around in that shit real easy, but then all the other joints are like more. That's not even supposed to be a joint. That's the thing. I think what's happened is because the other joints are so stiff, it's actually like messed up the metal at that connection where it's not supposed to be really moving at all. It's just supposed to like pivot around, you know, like in that direction, not like, you know, bending in any direction really. There is a joint there for it, but I mean the spot that actually connects to the desk mount is supposed to just be able to spin in a circle. But I think because all the other stuff is so stiff, it's actually like messed up the metal on that. Because it shouldn't have that much as much play in it as it does. There's not really a way for me to show it on stream because I don't want to like move the microphone arm too much. But, I mean, other than that, it works well enough. And I guess I would rather have it be super stiff, but... Because, like, you don't want a microphone arm that just, like, sags the entire time. But also, maybe it could be a little bit less stiff. And I'm sure I could, I'm sure if I loosen up this bolt on it, it would make it a little bit better. But, like, that's just gonna end poorly, I think. It'd be real nice if it could actually, like, go down. Also, I feel like it is slowly, throughout the stream, like, raising up. Because I noticed, I don't know, I just feel like when I lowered it the first time, when I started the stream, as, like, it seemed like way higher a couple minutes ago than that. Anyways. It wouldn't really make sense for it to do that, because it's not really, like, spring-loaded in any way, but... It could just be, like, the natural... Oh my god, come on. Like, the natural, like, stress on the metal is, like, releasing slowly and causing it to go back up or something. I don't know. But anyways, the goal tonight is 400 eggs. Or to get up to at least 400. We'll see how late in we are when we do that. Because that should be around 200 minutes to do that, based on the recording length right now. So that would put it at a little over 3 hours. So we'll see. Because, I mean, like, I started way earlier than normal. Because I figured if I'm not going to be able to really stream much this week, I might as well make up for it with a big stream, but... maybe 2 more. Alright, 1 more, then we can get back to running around in a line. I was going to say in a circle, but that's what we're doing right now. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. Assuming I get all these Galarian forms before the new games come out. I might honestly take a bit of a break from shiny hunting to do really anything else. I don't even know why I needed to check that, Jesus. But yeah, because like I was kind of thinking like, you know, start working on the rest of the new Galarian Pokemon. Just like Rookidee and, you know, stuff that was added in Sword and Shield. But, I mean, depending on how long we have before the new games come out, there might not be a point in doing that. Just because we'll only get through a couple of Pokemon, it might just be better for me to take a break, but... I don't know, we'll just have to see. Because one of the other things was, working on, like, some of the new evolutions. So stuff like Cursula and, Obstagoon and stuff like that. So stuff that is like a new Pokemon, but it's like... It's part of the Galarian forms that were also, like... Or it's a new evolution for a Galarian form, I guess, if that makes sense. Because I don't think the game straight up introduces any, like, brand new evolutions that aren't related to those. I don't think. I'm pretty sure not. Other than, like, what, Ursaluna isn't based off of the, off of, like, a, Hisuian form. I'm trying to think of anything else that was, like, a new addition to an evolution line was like that. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Other than, again, Ursaluna. Because, like, Overquill was off a Hisuian Quillfish. Sneasler. I don't know, I'm sure there's something that I'm forgetting. Yeah, I don't think any new information has come out about the new games in a while at this point, to be honest, which is a little weird, I feel like. I feel like we would have heard something else about it since the last, the most recent info came out. I know there's the thing about leaks, but I really don't care about leaks at all. Actually, I guess, being that we're breeding Farfetch'd, I should clarify. Leaks as in, like, leaked information, not as in the plant. But I never actually, like, dug into any of that stuff. But yeah, I'm surprised we haven't heard anything else official yet. But I guess it really doesn't matter either, because like a lot of people, I'm going to buy the game regardless of what we know about it before it's out, so... I'm surprised they haven't said anything about pre-order bonuses, other than they announced an outfit, and then they didn't even bother to show what the outfit is yet. And it's like, okay, cool. But like, you would think that'd be something they would have announced pretty early on, especially by now. I mean, the game does come out in 4 months, about-ish. Or games, I guess, technically. Honestly, I'd be fine with it if they, like, don't have any pre-order bonuses, because, like, pre-ordering is stupid. But I know there's no way in hell they don't have anything else. And then it's weird, because, like, it's usually just, like, extra Pokeballs. Like, either a set of quick balls or something like that, just, you know, to give you, like, a little bit of a leg up at the beginning of the game. So, like, just say that, I guess? Because, I mean, we have an idea of what it's gonna be, you know? Alright, do I have one more, or did I lose count? I want to say I skipped one. Yeah, I did. Okay. I thought so. Oh, wait. Why did I back out? I need to move those. Whoops. But yeah, maybe... Anyways, go back to the previous train of thought. If I have a lot of time left over after getting all the Galarian forms, which, I mean, there's still a good few of them that I need, maybe I'll do stuff like Farfetch'd, Obstagoon, Cursula, stuff like that. But I don't think there's any way in hell that I'm gonna, I just don't even think there is no way in hell that I get all of the Pokemon that were added in Sword and Shield before the release of the new games. If I had started that when the games came out, the shiny hunting, I probably would have. Probably by a lot, actually, but I didn't, and oh well, that's fine. I'm curious to see how many new Pokemon we're gonna have in the new games. Because it would be, it'd just be interesting to know how much breeding I'm going to be doing. And hopefully they don't do shit like the fossil Pokemon from Galar, where the only way to shiny hunt them is to give that lady fossils over and over and over again, because you can't breed them. Which is weird, because every other fossil Pokemon you can breed, but not Dracovish and the other 3 fossils. It's also really weird that we didn't get, like, their original forms. Because all the fossil Pokemon in this game are just, They just mashed together some fossils and were like, yep, that's a Pokemon. Which is why they all look so goddamn cursed. Because they are legitimately just abominations that aren't supposed to exist. So it's weird we never got, like, the original versions of those. You know, like, how the fossils were supposed to be laid out. Like, you would think, you know, Crown Tundra or even Legends Arceus would have been a good time to introduce those. Really, Crown Tundra, being that Crown Tundra introduced, like, all the fossil Pokemon back into the games. That would have been, like, the perfect spot to do that. But, again, Game Freak is an interesting company, because they don't do really any of the shit they should probably be doing. But we'll see with Gen 9. We'll see if they've learned anything from this game and Legends Arceus. I don't have my hopes very high, to be honest. Like, I definitely think he'll carry some of Legends Arceus, some of the good stuff about that over, but I think honestly a lot of it's just going to be visual stuff. Like how the animation when a battle starts is, like, very similar. Or maybe battle with a wild Pokemon anyways. Maybe I shouldn't include trainer battles. I don't know if I think we've seen a trainer battle start, right? With the, your, like, rival or whatever. I don't know, it's funny, I was like, when that trailer came out, I was like, oh my god, I'm actually, like, getting hyped for a game again. This is nice. And now it's been, like, a month, and I'm like, whatever. I mean, like, obviously I'm excited for the new Pokemon games, but, like, who knows how good they'll be. Unfortunately, Game Freak just has too much of a track record at this point of fumbling the ball that it's just like, hopefully it's good, but I have very little expectation. Granted, though, they really did earn a lot of respect back from people with Legends Arceus. Sure, it looks like absolute shit, and they deserve to be called out for that because there's no excuse for how bad it looks. Like, I understand it's on the Switch, but you know what? So is Breath of the Wild, so, you know, kinda don't want to hear it. But, like, the game was fun. The game was a lot of fun. I need to go and do another shiny hunt in it at some point. Come on. Oh my god. Just gonna go ahead and pull these out of the party right now, because I know if I don't, they're gonna start hatching. Yep, I also knew as soon as I did that that was gonna happen. Oh well. Alright, maybe we'll get the shiny in this set. Get in under half odds. I don't think that'll happen, but it'd be nice. Especially with how quickly we got, Ponyta. We're not getting this one fast. I bet this is one that goes into the 600s. But yeah, I need to remember, before the next stream, besides, like, cleaning out boxes, but also, like, put a good Farfetch'd into the daycare center. Because the current one was just a random one that I caught. Because I didn't have any of my boxes, I didn't feel like leaving the game to, like, go to Pokemon Home or anything. So it's like, yeah, whatever. We'll just grab something random. But that means its stats are, not ideal. So a lot of stuff that I'm getting has pretty good stats, but that's just because the Ditto is stacked. But at least put something better in there for the next stream. That way I can hopefully get some more, like, perfect stat ones. I don't know why I really care, because I don't really use these ever. Like, it's not like I'm gonna go, you know, make competitive Pokemon with these. Speaking of, holy Christ, the fucking latest, online competition is so stupid. It's a double battle, and one of the Pokemon, you only get 2 Pokemon. So, you throw out both of your Pokemon right at the start. And one of them is required to be Magikarp. Cool. Like, I get it's a funny idea, but why is this your online competition? What are you guys doing? What? Like, what is... Like... I feel like the Metronome only event was less stupid than that. Because I don't think Magikarp can learn very much. I'm trying to think of what it... I know Tackle, Hydro Pump, and Flail, I think? And Splash, but... You know. So, like... And I understand the entire point of it, I think they said even in the thing. Let me see. Can I even pull it up here? Is it going to be, like, super far down? I think it's going to be super far down. Okay, I don't feel like... Oh, wait, hold on. There it is. Yeah, so it said protect your Magikarp, but, like... What a stupid event. Although it does look like they have, what's the Pokemon that's banned in the middle of the Galar Dex there? So it looks like you can't use legendary Pokemon. 380 to 383. Because, like, you know, 398, 99, and 400 are Zacian, Zamazenta, and Eternatus. What is that? So it's... Oh, so I guess it was just these two. Okay. I was wondering if that's what it was, but I wasn't, like, sure. So yeah, it looks like you can't use legendary Pokemon, which is mostly good. But, like, I don't think... It's just, I don't know. It seems like a really dumb excuse to just have a 1v1 battle format. Like, I guess if you build Magikarp with special attack, and maybe you can hit him with a Hydro Pump and it might count for something. But like, oh, you know what? I think you can learn. Hold on. Can it learn Bounce? If it can learn Bounce, it might actually have some use for this competition. It can learn Bounce. Interesting. Okay, so you could use... I don't know if it'd be worth it to do this, but you could use... Alright, sorry. You could use Dynamax on it and make sure that you have whatever the item is that guarantees you'll survive a hit. And then use the max Airstream move so that way you get a +1 speed for your teammate as well. Other than that, I don't know. Like, there's definitely some strategy that you can do there, which, you know, could be neat, but also it's just, it seems like 99% of people are probably going to end up using, like, the same other Pokemon. Though, again, maybe not. With them not doing legendaries, that does help a lot. But I don't know. I'm not doing anything for that event because I don't care. I'm just like, I just suck at battling. Honestly, even battling I probably would be okay with, but I suck at team building and like any of the theory behind team building. Granted, that's just because I've never really cared about competitive Pokemon, but it does mean that it's like, there's no point in me even trying because I'm just going to get stomped on, so like, I just don't care. Because I was going to do the Metronome event, and then digging into it on like Smogon and stuff, pretty much it was like, yeah, just swap in and out of like Dusclops or whatever a whole bunch of times. Or was it even swapping? I don't remember, but it was just basically every single battle was gonna go to the turn limit, or the timer limit rather. I don't think there was an actual turn limit. So she's like, okay, cool, this doesn't sound fun at all. Because I thought, you know, the Metronome event was just to be like, yeah, whatever, just screw around. Like, who cares? Like, I knew some people were going to try hard it. I mean, I was building a team for it, you know? But, like, also, I don't know. Like, I didn't think there was going to be much to it besides, like, IVs and stuff like that. And then, yeah. And again, like, that might have been fine. But the fact that, like, every battle was gonna go to the time limit was just like, that sounds really stupid. I'm good. Alright, 2 more. Boy, this playlist sure does seem heavily weighted to the newest songs on it. Yeah, it is shuffling. Because I feel like this is the 3rd or 4th on it that's played. Although, I hadn't realized how many songs are actually on this playlist, or on this album. Oh my god. Okay. Still, though, like, there's 345 songs on this playlist. It should be playing more than just one album's worth. There's maybe 20 songs on it. Like, it should, you know, it should not be playing as many as it is. Alright, here we go. Is that the last one? Or did I miscount? Or... Okay, no, I didn't miscount, so... Alright. Put those away. God, that was an incredibly mediocre Farfetch'd. Other than HP, look at that. Oh, that would actually be basically perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move that one out. I'm not gonna bother to dick around with it right now, but I'm gonna keep that one in mind. Because I assume Farfetch'd is a physical attacker. Or Surfetch'd, rather. It would be weird if it's not. Because I don't think there's very many special attack fighting types. I'm sure there's at least one decent one, but they're pretty much all going to be physical attackers. And, like, being that Surfetch'd literally has a sword you know, kind of gotta assume it's a physical attacker. It's called me crazy, but I feel like that makes sense. Alright, come on, need 2 more eggs. Today? Hello? I'm only gonna do a couple of rotations, then I'm gonna pull them out of the party. I can already tell we're gonna be close to hatching. Why was that a sound? What the fuck? That was annoying. Why the fuck was there a static sound there? Was that part of the song, or was that Spotify just being stupid? Yep, of course. As soon as I did that, she had an egg ready. As much as I like Harris Heller, I could definitely believe that that was a part of the song thing, because some of like the really long intros or outros where it's just a dead air and stuff like that, it's just like there's some occasional really weird choices that he makes. I could see that being one of them. I want to say the most recent album, though. The, whatever the name of it was. Cherry Soda. The one that's, like, very pink and purplish. I want to say that album doesn't have any of that stuff in there, so maybe he, like, realized that people are mostly just going to be playing this in a playlist. And it's going to be shuffled and whatnot. Though, to be honest, I hate it when even, like, we'll say normal music albums do stuff like that. Or not just stuff like that, but, like, weird, like, points where they, it transitions to another song. Like Linkin Park. Linkin Park did that all the time. Where the, it was like the first 5 seconds, or like, you know, first couple seconds of a song would actually be on the end of the previous song. It's like, what? No. Why would you do that? Like, why would you do that? What are you... What? Like, even before, like, you know, the streaming age, that didn't make any sense to me that they would do that. Because, like, even with CDs and stuff, you know, like, it wouldn't always transition perfectly from, like, the end of one song to the start of the next one, right? There would sometimes be just a short little skip there. Or just, like, a short little pause or something. And so you would hear what was basically the beginning of the next song, but then it would halt for a moment, and then actually start the song, because they did it really weird for some reason. And then what was it? There was that fucking... Was it, American Idiot? The Green Day album where, like, all of the songs were actually 2 songs combined, like, back to back. And it's just like, what made you think that was a good idea? Why would you do that? Like, the only thing I can think of is that it was to stop people from, like, just skipping to playing what their favorite song was, because it would be, you know, you would always have to, like, Or you might have to, like, you know, listen to another song before it. But I'll just, like... That's the only thing I can think of that would be why they would do that. And that's still really stupid. But fortunately, it seems like most artists don't do shit like that anymore, at least. At least big artists. Probably because they realize that, you know, if your song's going to be on a streaming platform, that it needs to also, like, work well with playlists and stuff, because otherwise it's just not going to get played because it won't get put on a playlist. Granted, I'm sure there's some artists that don't care about that. I know there's some artists that still aren't available digitally at all, right? Like, I don't think Tool is available in, like, any digital platform, let alone for, like, streaming or something. Or I guess digital as in, like, streaming or downloading. I don't know if there's some sort of, like, digital radio station stuff that they're on, but you get what I mean. But yeah, it's weird when artists do stuff like that too. Because, like, I kind of understand the idea of, like, it cheapening the value of your art or whatever. I really don't get that. Actually, never mind. That's just fucking stupid. Like, there might be some situations where it just isn't possible. Like, say, an orchestra or something like that, where it's like, okay, you kind of have to be there in person for it, because otherwise it doesn't have the same impact. But, like, it just doesn't really make sense for most music. Because, like, if, you know, they're on the radio, so they, I don't know. Anyways, I just think that's really dumb. And granted, I think most artists probably agree, because there aren't very many people who do that. Alright, so the goal was we'll get up to like 400 eggs tonight. I'm gonna see if I'm actually gonna get to that. I might just get up to 300 and call it a night. We'll see though, because we do still have like a little while before we get there. Probably another, well, actually, yeah, definitely a half an hour, because it's about a minute an egg. It's hard for me to do really long streams. I don't know. Because you end up not having anything to talk about. And, like, you know, there's really no reason to watch at that point, so there's not really any reason to stream at that point, you know? But we'll see. But yeah, probably only going up to 300, actually. Two more? Two more, okay. One more, then we get back to hatching. If I ever get one more. Please. I know, as soon as I pull him out, she's gonna have it ready. I fucking hate this. It's just so weird how completely inconsistent it is about spawning the eggs. Like, please, for the love of God, just make that, like, even if it's just a set step amount every time. Like, there really should not ever be a point where, in trying to get 5 eggs, I start hatching eggs before I have all 5. That just shouldn't be a thing. And the weird thing is, like, if the... No, there isn't... I guess Chandler, but I was going to say, there's no... There's a charm that makes eggs spawn faster, but there's not one that, like, causes them to hatch faster, which, you know, makes sense. But, like... It's so weird that even with that other charm, you're still ending up in situations where you're hatching faster than they're spawning. And it's the big annoying part of it is, besides like it just being kind of annoying for organization and stuff, it's like there's literally a mechanic where when an egg hatches, I forget if it's guaranteed or just a like % chance, but like there's a chance that it'll accelerate all the other eggs in your party as well. So it's like, not only is it annoying because it's like, okay, cool, well, I guess I'm just gonna start hashing stuff, but also it actually ends up making it take longer because now you have this one egg that doesn't have like that boosted chance, or not. You know, it hasn't been accelerated. So that last one ends up taking forever. Besides the fact that, like, it's already way behind in terms of step count. Just make it... Like, it doesn't have to be a set amount for spawning the eggs, but God, it needs to be more consistent. Because I think what it is, it's just a, every step has a fairly small chance to spawn an egg. Or the other thing that I've mentioned a couple times that would eliminate the need for this, just let her stock up like 5 eggs at once. That would also that would make it way better. Because then it would just be like, you know, they would all hatch fairly close to each other. Because, I mean, there is a degree of randomness in the step rate as well. But the thing is, with that, you know, with hatching boosting other eggs hatching, they would all get knocked out pretty damn quick. And it would just be so much easier for organization. And it wouldn't murder Joy-Cons nearly as badly. I did, instead of the Xbox controller, I did almost get a Switch Pro controller the other day, but I decided my Xbox controller is in a lot worse shape than the Joy-Cons are. Plus, I still have backup Joy-Cons. Actually, the left Joy-Con, the one that would get destroyed by the breeding anyways, or the spinning in circles, that wasn't the one that even had the issue before. So I could easily just swap back to that one if this one ever has issues. And even if not, I could, well, I was gonna say I could just swap over the, this, like, joystick sensor from that Joy-Con into the right one if the right one started to die again. But I would need the tools for that, because it is the, like, weird, like, tri-wing screw bullshit that they do. Which I do have those somewhere. But I think they're in storage, so it would just be easier to spend the money to buy them. But then at that point, I'd probably just be buying the sensors anyways. But anyways. Point is, it felt more important for me to get a good Xbox controller again. Especially because I've been playing ATS again recently, American Truck Simulator, which sounds really stupid, but you know what, so does Power Washing Sim, and they're both actually pretty fun games. I will say Power Wash Sim has already very much outstayed its welcome for me. Like, I do still want to beat it, but oh god, it's just, it takes so long to complete some of the levels, man. In fact, I think I still have to... No, I did finish the treehouse. I did the, I think I finished up the monastery? Yes, I did, because I got the achievement for it. I don't remember what my next thing I'm going to do is. But yeah, I hopped back into ATS because I want to... I need to finish up the achievements and the current DLCs for it before the new one comes out. I don't know which one's supposed to come out first, either Texas or Montana. I would honestly kind of think Montana. I don't remember which one got announced first, but they weren't announced terribly far apart. But also Texas is just so massive that it seems like that one would take a lot longer anyways. I need to see when did Wyoming come out? Because I'm still working on Wyoming. Actually, I just got Wyoming because it was just Steam sale, and I was like, okay, I might as well do it. But I was waiting to get that until I finished up the Colorado DLC because I still have some achievements in that. I think now it's 2 achievements I have left, maybe 1 actually. I don't remember if I wrapped up one of them last night. But it's like, some of them are just like weird stuff, like deliver 10 deliveries to like the Denver airport and stuff like that. But they take a little bit of time to do that. But yeah, so I still need to finish up the Colorado one, then I need to finish up Wyoming, and then hopefully I'll have those done before whenever the next one comes out. Holy actual fuck, we're already doing this. I have 2 eggs and we're already doing this. Okay, I just need to remember that I only need 3 eggs. And I can put the other 2 back in. Watch me have to swap these ones out too, because it takes so long to get 2 more. But yeah, that, I don't know. I really like the truck sim games. I've definitely preferred American Truck Sim just because, like, I don't really know anything about Europe. I might, one day go back to Euro Truck Sim. The thing with Euro Truck Sim is it has an achievement. And these are on Steam, so, I mean, these achievements are completely meaningless. I don't know why I care. But it has an achievement for driving on every single road in the game, which is an absolute fucking nightmare to do in the base game, let alone with the DLC. I think you can just uninstall the DLC as long as your save doesn't have, like, any of the DLC on it. It'll work fine, but it's like, the problem is there's no... The map will show you what roads you've driven on, because they'll be highlighted, but there's no way to, like, easily show what roads you haven't driven on. Like, there's no way to do, like, an inverse highlighting or whatever, which just makes it... It's basically impossible, because some of them are just tiny little fucking things, right? And, like, the Forza games have that as well. At least the most recent Forza did. I mean, at least since, like, Horizon 3, I should say the Forza Horizon games, since Horizon 3, they've had something about that stuff. I don't know if you had to do every single road, but I know Horizon 5 you did. But the thing is, this is like that times 1,000. It's ridiculous. And I don't think there's a way to remove all of the, like, all the crap from the world map, like all of the icons and stuff. So it's just trying to actually see all of that stuff is... It's brutal. But fortunately, ATS doesn't have that. So, like, yeah, there's some annoying achievements in it, but it's like, you know, they're usually stuff that's fairly easy to keep track of. Not, like, too insane. Yeah, and the other thing with the Euro Truck Sim is I'm definitely not even a couple, I'm way behind on expansions in that. And so it's like I would have so much catching up to do. Granted, I guess I could just not care, because again, I'm not going to do that one achievement, so like I guess it wouldn't really matter as much, but yeah, actually last year when I rebuilt my computer and I had to like reinstall some stuff, I actually, because for some reason, I don't think ATS supports cloud saves on Steam for some reason. So I knew that, so I backed up my save. But then I went, you know what? Maybe I'll just not put that save back on. Maybe I'll just start a new one. Because I had a save up until, I guess up until Colorado. That I'd basically be in the game at that point. Like, I made more money just going to a rest stop and resting and having all the other hired drivers and trucks make money for me than I did, like, actually taking my own deliveries. So, like, as soon as the DLC would come out, I would immediately just go or I would be able to at least immediately just go and buy all the new garages, fill them all up, and then just, you know, not care. So I started a new save just kind of because I was like, well, you know, it'll be more fun to do it like this. Because there is definitely a point where, like, it really starts to snowball, and I was definitely past that point. But then I did that, I remembered how, like, kind of brutal some of the early game stuff can be. Or not brutal, but just kind of slow. because you have to level up all the way to like get all the best stuff available, and then it takes a while. Like, I wouldn't have minded the taking a while to build up money again to, like, you know, fill out garages and stuff, but having a really crap truck to start was not ideal. But I'm fairly deep into the game again. Or I shouldn't even say fairly deep into it, but I'm, you know, the truck's decent and whatnot. And I do make I make more money from the drivers than, like, what the loans cost. Because that was one thing about the first time I played Euro Truck Sim. I didn't want anything to do with the loans or anything, because it was like, oh, well, it's, you know, it'll take longer, but I don't have to, like, worry about that stuff at all, you know? That's absolutely not the right way to play it, by the way. You should absolutely just take out, like, the biggest loan right up front, so that way you can at least buy one additional truck and a driver, or hire a driver for it. Or actually, you pretty much need to do it to buy your own truck first, and then just kind of go from there. But it's just trying to build up the cash through quick jobs to buy a truck outright without any of the loans in that game is not a good plan. Do not do it that way. Because, I mean, I probably put, like, a lot of time into that game before I actually, like, bought a truck. It was pretty bad. But also, because I did, start Euro Truck Sim again, like, a year ago. And it was, I was surprised that there's actually, like, game mechanic changes between the two. I really thought ATS was just, like, a copy-paste. But, like, for instance, in American Truck Sim, changing the tires on the truck just, like, changes how they look. So it's just, you know, a different fake brand on the sidewall and a different tread pattern, but it doesn't actually, like, change anything. But in Euro Truck Sim, like, there's actual, like, differences there, which was really weird. Like, it makes sense, obviously. I just thought it was really interesting because I was so used to not seeing that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm going back to Euro Truck Sim for a long while, just because, one, ATS is just, like, by the time I get done with, like, when a new state comes out in American Truck Sim, like, I really don't care to go play Euro Truck Sim again. Because it's good to take breaks from it, you know? Instead of just, burning out. Oh, that's another very good one. Anyways. But also, like, again, I still have pretty much all of the Wyoming DLC to finish up. Plus, I would have to imagine we're getting either Montana or Texas by the end of the year. And then there's the other one's probably not going to be far behind. I would assume it's going to be Montana first. Which, to be fair, Montana is also a pretty large state. Just nowhere near the size of Texas. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I haven't played Mass Effect in like a week or two now. Not 2 weeks, it's only been like one. Which I do want to play that with a new controller, for sure. And yeah, I've just been playing some more Power Wash Sim. Which, God, I like Power Wash Sim, but it's just dragging on right now. Like, I think I'm only like halfway into it, to be honest. But I am about to finally get the final actual like power washer, the like best one that you can buy, which there is a massive price jump from the lower ones to that one. Because I think that one is like $5,000 or something. And the most I've gotten from a single job is $1,100. So, you know, takes a little bit to get to that. Because there's also like a couple of different accessories for all the power washers, and plus there's like cleaning fluids, or yeah, I guess that term works fine. But yeah, there's like, you know, there's other consumables that you don't have to buy, but God, they make it go way faster. Because especially some of the metal stuff will just like, it just sucks to clean without that, because it just takes forever. And I have noticed that it has a similar thing to Shipbreaker, where there's kind of like this annoying story element that no one really wants, I don't think, because it's just like pop-ups on the right side of your screen that are supposed to be like text messages, I guess, from like the client or whatever. But it's like, they're just annoying, because it's just like, I don't care about this at all. I have noticed though that some of them do actually they tie into some of the other maps. Like, they like, something will happen at one map, and then there'll be like some little quip on another one where it's like, oh, that's how that happened. But like, overall, I still wish I could just turn them off. But yeah, we'll see. I do enjoy Power Wash Sim. I think I will be very happy once I'm done with it, to be honest. But yeah, other than that, I haven't really been playing anything else. I've not played anything else at all. I do really want to, at some point, go and play World of Final Fantasy again, because that's like one of the games that I actually bought during the Steam sale. And World of Final Fantasy sounds like a, you know, World of Warcraft clone. It's actually not, even though Final Fantasy does have 2 different MMOs. I think Final Fantasy 11 is still running. I might be wrong about that, but definitely Final Fantasy 14, which seems to be where everyone is jumping ship from, or that's where all the WoW refugees are going. But yeah, World of Final Fantasy is actually, it's more like a Pokemon game, honestly. And it's just a very fun, goofy game. I never got to play a whole lot of it because I just ran out of time to, but God, I want to play on PC. But I do want to wrap up a couple of games before I hop into that. Mainly, well, pretty much everything I just mentioned. American Truck Sim, Mass Effect, and Power Wash Sim. But yeah, I want to go through and just... God, it's going to take me so long to get through Mass Effect, though. I already know I have to do another playthrough of Mass Effect 1. Because I did main story quests in the wrong order. I mean, there's not necessarily a right order. The quest for Liara and then Pharos and Novaria, I mean, you can do those in whatever order you want. It doesn't really matter. And, but, well, story-wise, it doesn't matter. The problem is, if you do Pharos too soon, if it's on your first playthrough, you probably won't have enough charm or, actually, let me take that back. Well, no, I just said too soon. Anyways, but yeah, typically, like, you want to get Liara first because it's a squad mate. You know, just knock that out. And then, if you do Pharos after that, the problem is you probably won't have enough charm or intimidate points by that point for one of the very important dialogue options. So, since I missed that, I think it results in a very minor character being killed off. Like, not anyone who's part of your party. And it is an asshole that you don't really mind him dying, but it isn't the best possible outcome. So, it's just, unfortunately, I did that. I forgot that that was a thing. And so I did that first, and so he died, and so now I'm going to have to do another playthrough. Which I kind of wanted to do anyways, so that way I could get up to level 60 before importing my character to Mass Effect 2, but also, that doesn't really matter. It would matter on Xbox or PlayStation, because I actually care about the achievements on those platforms. But, like, PC, I don't really care. But yeah, I mean, the only thing it does in Mass Effect, if importing a level 60 character into Mass Effect 2, is your character in Mass Effect 2 will start at level 5 instead of level 3. And if you don't import, I think if you're at least level 50, you import at level 3, and then 60 is level 5, and then if they're less than that or you don't import at all, then you just start at level 1. Which does matter, because Mass Effect 2 is actually a little bit difficult. It's definitely the hardest game of the trilogy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up there. The stream's actually going to be a lot shorter than I planned on, but I'm kind of tired, and I don't want to do any more tonight. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know about tomorrow. We'll see if I stream tomorrow. I really just don't know. And then yeah, same with Sunday. I can pretty much guarantee that Friday and Saturday I'm not going to stream. It's not possible. I'm not gonna, like, by the time I get done with work, I know I'm not gonna even want to care. So it's better to just like not even entertain the thought and not worry about it. But yeah, I'll try to stream tomorrow and Sunday. Monday probably won't happen. After that, we'll see. And it'll just be, I think I'm just gonna work on breeding stuff until I get to the end of the Galarian forms. Let me pull up Pokedex Tracker real quick. I just want to see. Nope, still no update. No surprise there. Pokedex Tracker is abandoned. They can feel free to prove me wrong, but I don't think they will. So yeah, we still got 12 more Pokemon that I need shiny from the Galarian forms, which, being that we have about 4 months, that means 3 a month, which is very reasonable. But also it could be something that goes haywire, especially with, again, my work shit being real stupid. But we'll just have to see. Maybe one of the things I'll work on. Oh, you know what? That's a good point. So yeah, maybe what I will do, if I wrap those up, all the Galarian forms, rather than worrying about like the stuff like, you know, Farfetch'd, Cursula, Obstagoon, stuff like that. I do still need an Alolan Vulpix. I have an Alolan Ninetales, just not an Alolan Vulpix. So I can get that, and then I can also try and get the Porygons. I think that could work out pretty well. But we'll see. That's going to be a little ways down the road. Because, yeah, I mean, again, I have to finish all the Galarian forms first. Anyways, thank you everyone watched. I really appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube, you know, come to the Twitch channel. You get to see everything live. And yeah, you know, I'm still working on affiliates, so soon. Hopefully. Soon, TM. Anyways, and yeah, on Twitch, yeah, come watch, come to the YouTube channel. All my, oh, interesting. For some reason, I clicked on like a little notification thing from Twitch. They're lowering, speaking of affiliate, they're lowering the payout minimum to $50. So that's good. So that means when I actually start being able to make money, I don't have to wait as long to get the money. Anyways, I don't know why I cared about that. But yeah, all my YouTube stuff, all my VODs go on YouTube unless they're really crap, but like stuff like this, it mostly all goes up. Yeah, thanks everyone who watched, and I'll see you guys next time.